Hi Flosstube, it is Jeannie again, and I am back for sort of my end of the year roundup for 2025. I'm going to show you my whips that I've worked on just a little bit and talk about my plans for 2026, and I also have a little bit of haul, tiny little bit of haul. So anyway, so I only have 2 whips. I did finish my last video. I showed my Bucilla stocking, and I did get that finished in time for my son-in-law for Christmas. It is put away right now, so sorry I can't show it to you with the back on it because we cleaned up Christmas and I forgot to leave it out. But anyway, but I did finished that, and it came out really great. He really loved it, and that was one of my finishes this year. I really didn't have very many finishes this year. I had my baby sampler, the Beatrix Potter one earlier in the year that I gave as a gift, and then that stocking. I don't even know if I had anything else this year, so I didn't have a very big stitching year, but anyway, but I wanted to talk about my plans. I did have a New Year, New Start, which I'll show you, and I did want to talk about what I'm planning for 2026. And of course, everything is always sort of open to interpretation, and for, pivoting here and there, because, I feel like we always need that. I don't want him stepping on my Q snaps. But, I feel like we do need a little flexibility in our lives. Kitty, can you get down, baby? I know. So anyway, so let me show you my whips and my new start. One of my whips is my bookmark that I'm doing for my aunt. It is this one that I'm working on, and I have made a little bit more progress on it since you saw it last. And sorry about my cat, but he throws himself at the door if I close him out. So, but anyway, so I've just been kind of working on this. Her initials will be down here. And I'm really happy about how it's coming out. And this is kind of my palette cleanser stitch, in that I feel like everything else I'm working on, well, not including though my new starts, not super challenging, but, it's kind of big. So, but anyway, so I'm working on this, and I do intend to get this done here in the next couple of months. So I will continue to work on that when I meet with my stitchy friend and that sort of thing. But I have put a little bit more work in on that. And then I also put a little bit of work in on the Happily Ever After. You guys, I am going to finish this project this year if it kills me. So that is my goal, is to get this done. Right now I'm saying by my daughter and son-in-law's 3rd anniversary, which will be in June. So I'm going to have to work on it, but I'm also, I started my New Year, New Start was their baby sampler because she's expecting in March. So, so this one, I think I might try to do a strand a day, or maybe an hour a day or something, or an hour 5 times a week or something. But this one, as I've said many times, it goes very slow. It's really pretty. I think they're going to love it, but it is a kind of a slow goer. Let me see if all my needles are on there because I don't trust this cat. No, kitty. So this is my needle eater, but yeah, so that, I won't go into a ton of detail on this. It's a Dimensions kit, Happily Ever After. I swapped out the fabric to a peach colored even weave, and like I said, it's just lots and lots of color changes, lots of traveling with the back stitch, all of that. So, but my goal is to get this done by June. So that's one of my plans. It's a whip plus a plan. And then this is, I just started this on New Year's Day, and this is Sleepy Bunny's Janlin Baby for my new grandbaby that's coming. And I talked about maybe changing the colors in this, and I might still, but we purchased the crib for my niece, my granddaughter. I gotta get used to saying that. It's the crib, it's called Mint is the color. It's really, really pretty, but I thought it was going to be more of a blue green. And now that they've got it out of the box and set up, this green it's more of a almost a yellowy sort of spring green. And so the color in this is just perfect to go with it. So anyway, so I don't know that I'm going to change any of this, the bunnies or the blocks. What I might do, and what I've talked about doing, is changing the color of the border, that ribbon border, which is all that blue. And I'm thinking about changing it to, I thought about changing it to an aqua, but like I said, this green is perfect. So I think this is a really soft lavender. And so I'm thinking about, and they do give the DMC colors, so I'm thinking about actually maybe changing the border to a couple different colors of lavender to kind of go with that block. I don't know for sure, but I don't think that's the only thing that I'm really questioning is whether or not to keep that. To me, it makes the pattern really blue, and it's a baby girl. So even though this is a little girl sampler, it has Elizabeth Ann as the name on the model, but this is a big one. It is 11 by 14, and it is, to me, it's kind of retro. I have a brown bunny, and so I did a bunny pattern for my niece and her daughter, and that Beatrix Potter pattern, and I just feel like I need to have some bunnies on the go, so I picked this out, and my daughter is she's doing 80s pastels. So lots of peaches, lavenders, aqua, that kind of thing. That's kind of the theme that she's going for, and she's got a print that she has that she's going for. So yeah, so this is that. And you guys, I've really been attracted to kind of retro looking patterns that have a ton of backstitch, and I don't hate backstitch. But it's just time consuming, and I'm like, why do I keep picking all these patterns that have so much backstitch and that are so big? But I did choose this one. I did swap out the fabric. It came on with 14 count, I think white Aida, and I switched it to a 28 count Lugana in Picture This Plus petals. And so it's a really, really soft pink. It probably looks white on camera. Let's see if I can put something white next to it so you can see. But it's a really, really soft pink. And then it has slightly kind of aqua blue modeling, but you have to have it kind of in the right light to see the modeling. It's really, really subtle. So anyway, but there's my start. I did start in the middle because, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do all 3 bunnies and blocks, and then I'm going to decide once I get those on there what I want to do about the border. But anyway, so that is that little center bunny right there. So I'm anxious to see how this pink looks on the pink fabric. I think it'll be fine because the floss is a little bit darker than the fabric, and of course it's all backstitched with a kind of a light brown, so it should be fine. It should stand out just fine. But anyways, so that is my new year, my new start. And this, you guys, I'd like to have, of course I won't be able to finish it until the baby's born, so we know her birth date and her weight. But I hope to have the bulk of the stitching done of the main elements by the time she's born. So that gives me like 3 months. So yeah, so that's a big ask for me because I'm kind of slow, but anyway, it is a lot of block stitching. There's not too many colors in it. I think there's 14 or 15 colors. So yeah, so that is my new year, new start, and that is Sleepy Bunnies birth announcement. And then, so that's really it, you guys, for my whips. Kind of boring. Let me go into my haul, and I do have a little bit of haul, not too terribly much, but let's see if I can. And I'm about to drop it all. I did place a order from Lindy's Stitches, and I've got some of my fabrics of the month from Be Stitch Me, and I purchased a kit, which I'll show you, which I'm thinking about starting this year too. It's kind of part of my plans. And then I got a little Stitch Christmas gift. And I'm sorry, you guys, it has been so rainy here. I'm in California. I'm not complaining. We need the rain, and it makes the hills green. It's really pretty. But I thought I had a little bit of sunshine, and now that it's gone, the sun has gone behind a cloud, so I hope it's not too dark. But she got me this little cottagecore cross-stitch kit, and this was in my stocking, and it has those little patterns on it. Really cute. This came from, so there's a pie that looks like bumblebees, mushrooms, and a teapot. Super cute. And she got this, they had a whole display of these little games and cross-stitch kits and things actually at World Market. That's where this came from. So anyways, so that includes the 4 patterns on it. I don't know what else is in there, but anyway, so I got that. And then let's see, this is my November fabric of the month from Brandy at Bestitch Me, and it is gorgeous. It's called Rustling Leaves, and I've been trying to collect more multicolored fabrics, and so this is a beautiful example of that. I get the 36 count crystal linen is what I've been doing, and just because I like the way colors dye on linen, they're a little bit more vibrant. On a natural fabric, and so this was the November, so it's got lots of greens and burgundies and golds and yellow and orange, super duper pretty. So I got that one for November, and then the December one is also really pretty, and this one is called Neptune, and this is a really pretty blue. Again, it's crystal, so it's sparkly. And her modeling is so pretty. It's pretty vibrant. I mean, it's not real subtle modeling, but it's really pretty. So this one would be pretty for a mermaid or something like that. So so that was my December fabric. And then this is the order I got from Lindy's Stitches, and I did order this Fiberlicious Neverland. Again, this is a multicolor. This is 32 count linen. It is it's darker than what it looked like on the website, so I hope I can stitch on it. I have difficulty on dark fabric, but it is really pretty. It's a blue green, and it's got some purple in it too. I don't know if you can see that. This one is not opalescent, but it's really pretty. And like I said, I was trying to build up my stash of multicolor fabrics, so I just, when I was putting an order together, I just threw that in there. And then I also got some, she had, I think it was buy 5 get 1 free on the floss, and I needed a few skeins of weeks for a pattern that I want to start this year. So I went ahead and got that. Kitty, you know, he's attacking it. So I just got some flosses. The ones some I just bought because they were pretty for my free skeins, and some I got for the pattern. Let's see, the ones I need for the pattern are, let's see if I could tell here. I need, this was one I just liked that I thought might go in the bunny sampler, but I don't, like I said, I don't think I'm going to do any variegated floss now that I've started it. Let's see, I guess I got 2 skeins of aqua. I didn't really mean to. So these, let's see, this one I need for one of the patterns, which is boysenberry and seaweed and Chris's bonbon. Those are for a pattern I'm thinking about starting. This is a pretty lavender that I got that maybe would go in the bunny sampler, but like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to do any variegated now. And then this one, I just got it because it was pretty. It's called Salt Glaze. So that looked kind of beachy to me. But so those were the, and like I said, I bought a few and got a few free. It was a sampler she had, or a promotion she had going. And then I got the one of the Jet X Stitch birds. with the specialty threads. And so this, I just bought them all together, but this is, and you've probably seen this. It is a very popular pattern. Jet X Stitch has been very popular. Hopefully that glare's not too bad. But this is Blueberry J. And I just think it's so pretty. I have no plans to start this, but I have been trying to befriend crows. I'm just going to see if I can pull it out and get rid of some of the glare for you. Although it's kind of a, and I have been by befriending crows, meaning that I feed them peanuts at the same time each day. And I've also befriended some jays. Didn't mean to, but yeah, but they're funny. So I just thought this was, I kind of wanted one of her patterns, and I think that Cherry Magpie is really pretty too, but we don't have magpies here. So I thought I would start with this one, but I thought it was super pretty, and I'll probably try to get, I'll go through my stash, but I'll probably try to get fabric that's close to the called for. But anyway, I think it's a super pretty colorful pattern. So I got that. And then the, and it came with these are the Specialty Thread Works. I was going to see if I could tell the color, or if it says it on there, but I don't have my glasses on. These are hand dyed, but there's the number, and this is a really pretty variegated, like navy blue, and then that pretty variegated kind of wine color. So I got those, and the rest of it's on there is DMC. And then last but not least, you guys, I got this Lola Crow pattern, and these are the what are these ones? The why can't I find the names of things on here? I think it's the Christmas Monsters. But I each year my my son-in-law really likes Krampus, and so I wanted to, and so for the last 3 years I've gotten him a Krampus ornament for Christmas, and so this next year I want to stitch him one, and so I pretty much got it for the Krampus. So, but the rest of them are cute too. It's got Baba Yaga, and I like this one, this Christmas cat. I might do that one for my daughter because it's like a gray cat. So yeah, there's a bunch of cute ones on here. Let me see if there's a bigger picture in here. That's not the pattern. Oh, no, I don't think there is. But there's Krampus, Labafna, Tomty, Mari Lind, Yule Cat, and Yule Goat. So, and it has the kind of the lore of that and everything. So I got those. No plans to start that. I might start that in July, along with my my new grandbaby's stocking. So there's that. And then as far as plans go, and I know a lot of people have been talking about it, but this, starting in February, the Chinese New Year is the year of the horse, and I have been on a horse kick the last couple of years. In fact, last Christmas, my husband got me a horse experience, and we did that in January of last year. I really want to do it again. In fact, I'm hoping to do some stuff with a horse rescue once I retire. But because of the year of the horse, I want to start, I have several horse kits and patterns, and I want to start one or a few of them this year for the year of the horse. And so the first one that I'm probably going to start, and this one, you guys, is a Lindy Stitches pattern, and it's a free one from, I think it's from 2023, and excuse the, I didn't have any I didn't have access to a color printer, so I just printed this out in grayscale. So it's not a very good print, but this is a free. It was on our website. I don't know if it's still there or not, but I saved it probably in 2023. But this one is called Sugar Plum Dreams, so it's actually a Christmas pattern, but I don't think well, I will probably and this is what those Weeks Dye Works were for. There's like 4 specialty colors in this one, and I don't know how well you can see it. It says Sugar Plum Dreams, and it's a draft horse, which are my favorite, the working horses, and then with cats. And then it is a Christmas pattern. There's a Christmas tree and a bow. I don't think, so it's, the cat is sleeping on the horse. There's another cat down here. I don't think I'm going to put the Z's on it. There's little Z's. I don't even know if you can see those. And I don't think I'm going to put the words on it. I think I'm just going to do the horse, the tree, and the borders. So that's kind of my plan, and I haven't even picked fabric for it yet. I don't even know what the called for is. Let me see if it's easy to find here. French Country Rain. So it's on kind of a gray. I don't know what color I will do it on. I'll probably just do a floss toss with one of my in-stash fabrics. But anyways, this is one that I plan to start this year for Year of the Horse. And then I got out my horse kits. Now I might have more, but these were the ones that I remembered that I had. So, so I pulled them, and I haven't decided, you know, like I said, which ones that I'm going to start, but I might start all of them. I might start one of them. I don't really know, but these were the ones that I have, and so I thought I would show them to you. This is a called Good Morning, a Dimensions Gold Petite, and it's got that mama horse and the baby in the hay. This looks very confetti heavy, but again, hopefully, sorry about the glare. I'm trying to see if I can, there. So, and this one is readily available if you're looking for a horse pattern and you like this one. This one I've had for a while too. This is again Horses and Cats. It's called Gentle Affection, and this is a Luca S kit. And hopefully you can see that without the glare. But this one is also full coverage, so I would probably just do it on the kit fabric. So it's got a cat and a horse. So cute, and all those pretty flowers. So that's an option. Then I have a couple of Design Works kits. Let's see, does this one? This one's called Splashdown, and these are horses in the surf. And I've said it many times, I live by the ocean. So, and you guys, my unicorn pattern is Thunder Ridge, the Old Dimensions gold kit. But I'm not willing to pay like $100 or more for it. So I haven't purchased it yet. If I ever get serious about maybe trying to find it on eBay, maybe one day. But right now I'm like, yeah, I want it, but I don't want it enough that I'm going to pay that much money for it. So anyway, but this one is really pretty. And so that's an option for a start. And then this one I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby a while back too. And this one, I have to say, you guys, this one is calling to me. This one is called, what is this one called? Warhorse. And it's just a stylized, it's just beautiful. The colors are really, really pretty. This one I might swap out the fabric because it's just on white Aida, and you can see a lot of the fabric around it. So I might swap it out. I don't know. I might not. But I think that was really pretty. This one I think is probably calling to me out of all of them. But there's that one. And then I also have this one. Again, like I said, I love draft horses, the big work horses like Belgians and Clydesdales and Percherons. Those are my favorite. But this is a Rendell Designs from Bothy Threads, and it's called Feathers. And if you wonder why it's called Feathers, this must be, I don't know if this is a Clydesdale or maybe it's a Gypsy Vanner, but they have this extra hair around their hooves is called Feather. And so Feather singular, but I went ahead and got this one. So this I would do on the fabric that it came with because it has that splattering on it. I don't know, this one's kind of calling to me too because it is, I just really like, I've never done a Bothy Threads kit. So, but I've got this one. And then last but not least, this is another Dimensions kit that I actually kitted this up, meaning I got it all ready to start for my birthday a couple years ago, and then I never did start it. And this is Wild Horse, and it is, I will also probably do this on the kit fabric because it's like a printed, this blue that you see is printed on the fabric. So, but this is another option that I have. So, so yeah, so let me know if you have a preference on my horse pattern. But like I said, I think that since I bought the specialty threads, I think the Sugar Plum Dreams, I think that's going to be for sure. And then I want to start at least one of these kits and maybe a few more for the Year of the Horse. So there's that. And then, oh, this is actually a piece of haul. And this is another thing that I might start. And like I mentioned, I've been really attracted to kits with lots of backstitch, just more complicated kits. And I saw this one, and it just, I'm getting right around the anniversary. My mom's birthday is on Sunday, tomorrow, and her death day is actually the 31st or the 30th of January. And she was an avid quilter, and I saw this. I think I got this, might have been over Prime Days or whatever, but ever since I got it, I've been thinking about it. And so I think I might need to start it because it keeps popping into my mind. And again, another one with a ton of backstitch, lots of color changes, another big one. This is 14 by 18. It's on blue 14 count Aida, and I might just do it on the Aida because not a lot of the Aida shows. It's mostly full coverage. I mean, there's a few little bits peeking out, but anyway, but I don't know, I keep thinking about this kit, so I think I might go ahead and start it. And this I also thought would be a really nice companion to the Bucks County fruit stand, or Bucks County vegetable stand, or farmer's market, whatever that one is from Design Works. I thought they would be nice companions. So anyway, I have that one also, but this one, like I said, I keep thinking about it, even when it's not right in front of me. So I think maybe that means something. I don't know. But anyway, so that, you guys, those are my plans, my haul. My other plan is that I am planning not to spend, I'm going to do a no-buy quarter. I'm going to start with 3 months, January, February, March, and not buy any crafting supplies. I'm reserving the right to purchase, like if I need, like if I run out of a DMC color on something that I'm working on, or, that sort of thing. If it's something actively, and that's the same with my paper crafting. If like I run out of adhesive, or I run out of something like that I need to finish a project, or to work on a project, then I'm going to allow myself to get those things. But I'm not going to buy anything new, any new kits or patterns or anything like that until the end of March. And then I'm going to decide at the end of March, I'm going to see how it's going, and I'm going to decide whether or not I want to extend it. So, so I'm thinking about that too. So that is my plan as well. So that is it for me now. I am going to try to film monthly, but I don't know, you guys. Like I said, since I really have to probably concentrate most of my stitchy time on those two projects, the Sleepy Bunnies and the Wedding Sampler, I might not, just because I'm not going to have haul to show, and it might be pretty boring to see. They might be 10-minute floss tubes, but anyway, so that it, and I may have, like I said, I may have a new start here and there, but because I probably will start my first horse project in February at the New Year, or start at the Chinese New Year, but they may not be every month because I just may not have enough to show. But anyway, that's it for me. I hope you had wonderful holidays, whatever you celebrate, and I will see you in a month or so. Take care.